Hello, welcome back to ESA Summer Online 2020. It's around 4 a.m. right here, but we're still going strong, and we're still raising money for the Alzheimer Fund. Well, right now, you're going to see a great EarthBound run by DoctorSwellman. Take it away.
Howdy. Good to see you all. This is EarthBound any percent. And looks like the naming incentives order with the first letter of each name happening here. And I'm going to get started and starting on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. So you all may have noticed that some of the letters are not matching up to the incentives that were met earlier. That's because I'm doing something called Rng Manipulation in this run. I'm being a filthy hacker. Y'all please understand. But I needed to do the Rng Manipulation throughout the run. The evil gigagas in less than hopefully an hour and 20 minutes. But this category uses a lot of manipulation, out of bounds glitches, cliff skips, all. And be mainly describing like what Rng Manipulation does, why I had to do what I had to do, and reminding you all to stay hydrated, because if you don't stay hydrated, then what do you have? We got Ness here sleeping. We're about to wake up out of bed, and this Rng Manipulation that I was talking about, it pretty much encompasses everything that we do, even file select and everything. I had to name the characters, each one symbol, letter, number, because of how the RNG progresses. So RNG 1 and 2, talk about that. They're progressed via our inputs, NPC movements, text scrolling on the screen. So every single character of text that's been printed on screen has pushed those values forward. And those two values come together and influence a third value called, we call it RNG3. We don't have any special name for anything. We just call it 1, 2, and 3. Let it go out into the wild, like all great speedrunning tricks. But all these together influence things that we're going to do. Like I said, NPC movements, item drops, damage rolls, whether I get smashes on enemies or not. I'm going to talk to Pokey here. He says I'm just rubbernucking and bothering the office, so I just clearly need to go home, and that's just what I'm gonna do because, you know, Ness is up way too late at night. It's like 4 a.m., right? And he just needs to sleep. He's asleep, just in his pajamas and everything, and I'd say okay. So there's 2 cops down here that need to do certain movements. He needs to move up and then down, and then the NPC to the right needs to move right, and that tells me I'm on our. And Ness is going to bed. Wiki, do you have a couple words while Ness is sleeping?
I actually have a couple of donations. We got $27 from Pure Chaos 26 saying $1 for every year Doc's been on this earth. Happy birthday and good luck, doll. You got this. And for me personally, happy birthday as well.
Oh, thank you. It is my birthday indeed.
Yes. So we got more birthday wishes actually. We got $20 from Annie saying happy birthday, Doc, and Die Swellglad. We love you.
What a legend.
And then we got $5 from Fate or Fatey, what you prefer. $5 hype train for Doc's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yo, can we get a $5 hype train in the chat? Or
that would be great.
In terms of donations and everything like that, I very much appreciate it. And every time I personally drop my nip or something like that in this run, or I take a death, I'm going to donate $5 myself to the charity that ESA is representing. So if you want to feel free to match that, then go ahead. If not, then that's fine too. But I would implore you to do so. Find it somewhere in your heart to be amazingly generous to a great cause.
You know what?
So
I'll match that. I'll match that.
Heck yeah. I appreciate that. I'm glad you have faith in me. So I'm talking to my dad, who's a phone. I don't know how that happened, but that's okay. I might be still on minute. Right, we're good. So there's a dog out here. I'm going to do an AB here to progress RNG forward. There should be a crow that spawns right below this tree. He's going to fly into a wall. There's going to be a crow behind this tree. All according to plan. AB here. AB here as well. There's going to be a snake on top of the hill. And then there's going to be a crow here. I'm going to walk into him, take a red swirl. Because I like strawberry. Strawberry is really good. He's going to attack me. I'm going to go over to auto fight, and I'm just going to auto battle him. And it's going to be a battle to the death, 1v1. And I'm really hoping that I'm going to take him out before he takes me on. But it seems like I'm going to smash him just in the nick of time. Totally not manipulated, by the way. But I get a cookie for my efforts. That's going to be very useful later. Oh wait, we're manipulating. I'm sorry. I had to press L 7 times, so I did a lot of no problem here's, because there is no problem here. I don't know what you all are talking about. I had to do an AB below that meteorite rock, and I had to stop to let that dog move over. There's actually something cool that's about to happen, that if you've never seen this run before, it's pretty crazy. And well, I'm gonna let that do its own thing. So what I go over RNG manip. So there with RNG3 gets updated once every so often by crossing invisible kind of box borders. There's 64 by 64 pixel boxes in the overworld, and there are these RNG3 update triggers that once we cross them, it actually causes us to update that in accordance with RNG 1 and 2. Which is super important, because if we don't do our inputs or movement properly or anything like that, then we can really screw up what happens in the game, and that's just no bueno. But nobody wants it. So we found Buzz. I'm gonna wait for that dog to move down. I'm gonna do 5 different ABs, and I'm gonna, just take another red swirl here because I'm just really bad at this game. And he's gonna attack me, and that's our first death. Oh no. It's over. But I'm only kidding, because it's actually a death warp. You thought it was a game over, but it was actually death warp. So I go to goods, I go to talk to nothing, and now I have effectively skipped Starman Jr. So whenever we death warp there, we warp back to the last place that the game sets us, and apparently it was at that cutscene where we talked to our dad. So we just go back to our house, and a runner named Hannibal Graham, I believe he's the one who pretty much routed that out and put that into working motion with our run, which is amazing. And the run wouldn't be as fast as it is today if not for that, and a couple other things that have happened. So, I guess story time. Big info dump. Buzz is now on the brink of death, and he needs to tell us all about these sanctuary locations that are around the world. We need to get these sounds and stuff, and it's important to listen to music, because if you listen to music, apparently you become very cultured or something. And that's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to become very cultured, and we're going to defeat the evil Gigagas. And I'm okay with that. So we get a sound stone, because apparently they don't have MP3 players in Eagleland or Walkman or whatever. So, but Ness is coming outside. The day has risen. It's like a sigh of relief, like Castlevania 2. But now I'm going to walk into Onet, still on manipulation and everything, hopefully. NPCs are going to move certain ways. She's going to move up and then down. And then this NPC here is going to move to the left and then up, I believe. Going to get a trash burger because Ness needs his nutrients. He hasn't eaten, since yesterday or something like that, so I just need to grab that real quick. And I'm going to withdraw $34 exactly from this ATM. Super important. And I'm going to sell my hamburger I just got to this guy because he has no idea that I just got it from the trash and looks tasty. I hope he doesn't eat it later. And then I'm going to buy a coal remedy after selling my only piece of weapon equipment. And that's super important because now I have enough. I not only have the coal remedy in my inventory, that's really good to have for later. I won't spoil it, but it's gonna be really cool. But I also have just enough money in order to get a special item later. Also, I'm literally going to turn this guy into a berry because Ness has PSI powers and he's freaking magic. Isn't that amazing? So, what just happened was something called, kind of like Sprite Overload, where you get too many sprites on the screen and the game doesn't really like that. So it takes one of the nearest loaded in sprites, and it replaces it with something else in order to pretty much keep the game from crashing, which is very important. We don't want the game to crash, because if we do that, then it's a bad time, as some funny skeleton would say. But now we're in Tucson. We're in the happy, very, very happy place with very happy people. And wait, that's the wrong town. Never. You don't see that place. So I'm gonna buy a skip sandwich here. And that's going to be super important for a trick I do here in a little bit. But first, I'm going to do a safety save because this is a marathon and we don't want to lose any of our marbles by taking a death. Do you have any words for me, Wiki, while I'm doing the safety save?
Actually, I can say that the $5 hype train is kind of strong.
Legends.
But first, I want to say that we have a $50 donation from the good professor.
Yo!
Saying, happy birthday to the legendary DoctorSwellman, my friend, speed hero, and big inspiration for studying speedrunning and streaming as a whole. You rock, buddy. Also, you can pick where this goes.
Oh crap, I forgot to set that.
That's okay, we can do it after the run.
Awesome,
you can
thank
focus on your run, and then after we can decide where it goes.
Okay, so I'm going to be literally a hacker again, and I'm going to walk into walls. You know that, like... You know how no clipping is like an amazing thing and all that stuff? Well, we can just do it by, slamming Ness into a cliff and just making that happen there. The reason why that works is something called a Subpixel Alignment. And essentially, we can kind of squeeze Ness in there in order to get one of his pixels off the unwalkable line of pixels that are there onto a walkable line of pixels. And even if one of Ness's pixels ends up on that walkable line of pixels, he can just go straight through. So Ness can literally use his psychic powers to walk through walls. He is a legend. Yo, can I get some big claps for Ness for just being such an awesome speedrunner right now. He's doing great. He's doing great. So now we're in Threed, a lot earlier than intended. We don't have Paula. We don't have a lot of... And I just burped. That's okay. And I'm being chased by flies, but that's also okay. But we're in Threed to just try and progress the game's story and whatnot. And I gotta activate these zombies in order to get to Winters. And so, what happened earlier after I cliff skipped, I got chased by some goats and whatnot. Talk about that real quick. So you get automatically sent back to the back entrance tunnel of Threed, and the reason I safety saved, one, I didn't want to waste my skip sandwich and get like soft locked into the cliff sides while cliff skipping. Those were actually relatively fast and really good. But the transition to Threed removes your control of Ness for probably a few seconds. And enemies can spawn, like, right there. So you can just walk in having a happy day. And you're like, oh lord, why? What is this? Oh god! Next thing you know, you're just, you're back at your save point. So, now progressing the story, we got Paula, who clearly shouldn't be here. But, Ness is just a legendary psychic ability user speedrunner. And he just called Paula... Just write to him to use her special prayer powers to talk to Jeff. I mean Dio, or whatever we called him. I think his name is D, but that's okay. You thought it was Jeff, but it was I, Dio. Speaking of which, I'm doing a lot of talking, so make sure you all stay hydrated. If you're not staying hydrated, you're not living. What'd I say? Was it every death or was it every drop manip? I can't remember. I'm donating $5.
Well, I have a donation that talks about that. Should we listen
All right,
to that?
let's do it.
Yeah, we have a $5 donation from Snow Pirate saying, "Happy birthday, Doc. Here's 5 for the train. I'll match the drop manips as well."
Okay, that's what it was. I was like, wait, I confused myself for a second because I thought it was deaths. But luckily, we haven't dropped any manip in terms of like actual stuff. But you know, I did technically drop manip in Tucson whenever I went to save, so I guess I'm donating $5.
That means I'm donating 5 too.
Hey. So now Jeff is getting out of bed, or I mean Dio is getting out of bed, and he has the innate desire to take over the world, but Tony, his best friend, really just wants to stop him. So he implores him to see the one of the mad scientists in his boarding school and everything to kind of make him, I don't know, go to his senses, but he's a mad scientist, so he's not going to do that. So he's going to continue to push Jeff in the direction of taking over the world. So he gives him a bad key machine that can literally break any lock. It's amazing. And so with this bad key machine, I'm going to use my lockpicking skill, which is now 100. And I'm going to get a whatever that item. I glanced over it. I think it's the Holmes hat. And now we're going to use our buddy Tony to hop over the gate. And I just want everybody to say goodbye, Tony, because without him, this run wouldn't be possible. I'm going to do a quick save here, just to be safe. I'm going to do some... Oh, well, that's funny. Was it a funny talk? So I'm going to sell the pop gun. Okay, so it was the pop gun I got. See, I know things. And I'm going to sell this bottle rocket for a very nice number. I'm going to buy 2 skip sandwich deluxes so I can go super fast because we want to turn Dio into Sonic. And since we saved and everything, everything's good and safe. There are no spawns here. That is amazing RNG. So we're going to demonstrate what we were doing earlier with a special lineup here. There's a really cool setup that was also found by Hannibal Graham, where you kind of line your subpixels into the wall, and then you use a skip sandwich, and then you do it in a specific way where you just go up and down. You kind of rotate back and forth with your up and left movements, and then voila, like magic, Dio has phased through walls, and now he has become the supreme dark overlord of everything. It is now over. This is so sad. And now we will never know if the evil Gigagas will take over the cosmos, because now we have Dio who's actually doing that right now. Look at him. Look at his face. His blank stare into nothingness. But I'm going outside of the bounds here in Winters, and I'm gonna kind of line myself up here. This is gonna be a little bit finicky, so forgive me if I don't get this first try. Alright. Hey, there we go. So that's another lineup, and we just walk through walls again in order to get to Dr. Andonuts' lab. And so we're going to say no because we don't want a donut, and we already saw Stonehenge on the way in. We didn't need to go in there. I need to align myself properly here. Ah, of course he walks into me. I had plenty of time to do this, but... I'm going to reset, and now I'm going to get back on manipulation. Whenever we reset the console, the manipulation values RNG 1, 2, and 3 are set to flush, and we can use that to our advantage, like talking to nothing and having no problem here. So that was completely intended, and I totally did not drop RNG manipulation there, but I definitely owe $5 more to charity. Easiest way to drop it. But now we're going to go into the Skyrunner, which is about a 2-minute cutscene. Blast off, Mr. Andonuts. We salute you. But now would be a good time for some words if you got some, Wiki.
We definitely do. I said before that we had that $5 train, and it's not too late to board it. We have $5 from Fury Fire saying happy birthday, $5 hype train. We also have $5 from Mercurius59 saying happy birthday. And we have $20 from His Majesty Chris Ross saying happy birthday, Doc.
E.
Also, I'd like to remind you that if you donate, you can put your donation towards any incentives or bid wars. One of them is coming up pretty soon, which is for Layers of Fear, and the incentive is Snake Percent, which means Clendaria has a ball python named Kratos. If this incentive is met, they will wear him around their neck and have him chilling in his tree while they do their run. We're currently at $30 for the of the 250 that we need, so a little bit more, but I'm sure we can do that, especially with the $5 train.
Yo, get those $5 trains in for that that snake run. That sounds legendary. All right, so we're coming into 3 right now. I need to be keeping watch for this guy right here, this redhead. When I loop back around, he's going to be doing a certain movement, 1 of 2 movements. That's going to influence what I do next, and this is probably going to be one of the hardest parts of the run here, where we demonstrate some of the tricks that are coming up called stairs glitches or out of bounds glitches. And what that entails is me pretty much using a text box activated by me being low on health to interrupt a movement onto the stairs where the game automatically moves you onto them. And in doing so, it doesn't place you anywhere in the game's map. It just places you in the memory, pretty much the game's memory, where all the rooms are put together. And so we can use that to get to different places in the game that we're really not supposed to go to, and it kind of breaks the game. But for the next little bit, I'm going to be doing a lot of RNG manipulation and really cool magic tricks. Did I say magic? I mean hacking? But I talked to Jeff now, and oh yeah, Paula's in our party magically. It's amazing. See, I told you, Ness is like a legendary psychic speedrunner, dude. So I need to hit this door in order to get the text there. Use the bag key machine. I'm going to do an L. The NPC was away from the house, so I'm going to do AB times 2. I'm going to do several inputs here. AFA, AA times 2, L times 2, AB. I'm going to get into a battle with this guy. Ooh, my cart's being goofy. That's amazing. So I went to defend, left, down, defend, bash, and then spy. I'm going to spy this guy for a secreter. And then I'm going to auto fight, and then cancel the auto battle. And then Hefe, or Jeff, is going to get bodied there. Do AB times 6, left, down, defend. And so all these status effects and everything are part of the manipulation. I'm going to run away. And the reason I mentioned the whole thing about my cart messing up, that's going to be normal. It's going to be a really cool thing. It's going to be a cool thing that happens later. So now I'm out of bounds. I am literally in the Matrix. And I used a skip sandwich there to heal and move faster. I also used a soundstone to reload the room. And if I go into a loading zone, I got that first try. That's amazing. Yo, holy crap. Let's go. That's one of the harder stairs glitches there. There was a lot that was going on, so let me just kind of explain it in order. So I went into the loading zone to put me back into the map. And then I did another stairs glitch from the bottom of the stairs, and that is a lot harder to pull off first try than the other one, because the visual cues are a lot harder. We actually use the ghost as a visual cue for a lot of these. The first one, the ghost is like, it needs to be kind of aligned to the bottom. And the second one, you have to kind of anticipate it. And the last one is more of a kind of a me thing, where I had to, well, you'll see. And so now I went to Lost Underworld. I do that for a reason. It's in order to ensure that a cutscene or a cutscene can continue in phase 1 of Gygus. Not phase 1, phase 3 of Gygus. And that the phase distorter spawns in Saturn Valley. We need that in order to progress. If we didn't need that, this run would actually be a lot faster. And I wouldn't have an estimate of 1 hour and 20 minutes. Alright, so this one's kind of finicky. We are in there. We got all 3 stairs glitches first try. That's amazing. Alright, so now I'm going to transition 9 rooms to Magicant to go to the Flying Men room. The manipulation is still not over. I still have to get through this. And the Sea of Eden is probably one of the hardest parts about this. Pretty scary. But you notice that the room sounds are transitioning and changing. That is that's just me going through different rooms in the game's background. Use a soundstone here. Go up to the bed, and then go to the thing there. You should move left, and then right, or up. I don't know why I said right. A, B. So now I am in the wonderful land of Magicant. But in this case, we are Magic Hand because we were just rushing right through this run. Yo, I'm hype. I hope everybody's hype. I hope everybody's having a great time. And I just want to say, thank you to everyone so far who's donating, whatnot. Just keep it up. Keep that $5 train up. Want to see those numbers roll. All right, so we're doing more manipulation here, doing a lot of inputs. Did it go too high? I think I'm good. A down B. Alright. Moment of truth. This area tends to be a little bit finicky. I think I'll be okay. The Sea of Eden is very precise. So I just need to be very careful. I need to do A down B here. I need to move up right about here. Wow, that's amazing. Left here. I'm going to do an A-B right about here in this crevice. A down B. Alright, so I did a whole bunch of inputs, and I went to the Secret Herb to revive Paula. That's why we got that, and this is going to be super, super important. I'm going to do double bash. And Ness's Nightmare literally just flashed himself. Ness used his magic powers to make Paula pray. And through crazy magic, was able to confuse Ness's Nightmare. And then cause Ness's Nightmare to use a glorious light and just flash himself. So that ends that manipulation section. And the fact that I got that first try in a marathon setting is legendary. Can I get some clappers or claps or something like that? I can't see it, but I think a little bit of hype is definitely necessary. Now I'm going through a big level up sequence, because now I defeated Ness's Nightmare, and I got a whole bunch of experience, and I'm gonna get a whole bunch of more experience later, and this is gonna be very, very useful because, well, I don't want to level 1 Ness fighting Gygus. That just doesn't seem. But so the Sea of Eden manipulation is very, very precise. If I make one wrong movement in there, like even just by probably a couple pixels, that drops the manip, and I have to go all the way back to winter in order to do that again. So I think that's just phenomenal that we got that. And there's a lot of resources for what I'm doing. I actually have a set of notes on speedrun.com/earthbound. quick plug there, where it tells you pretty much all the inputs that I'm doing, and it's pretty legendary. But I have a lot of text to mash through, so Wiki, do you have any more words for me during this time, my dude?
Well, we got another $5 donation from the train.
Yo, let's go.
From Wyra saying, "Happy birthday, Doc. Here's a donation."
Yo, feels birthday, man. Thank you all. But now we're just going in. We're increasing our stats. We're becoming the most powerful being on the planet, and we're going to fight Gygus. and stay hydrated while doing it. Speaking of which, make sure you all are taking a swig of water. Very, very important. We're just leveling up here. Ness is just talking to himself like he's hyping himself up for the end game. He's like, "Yeah, man, you can do this. I believe in you, dude. You got this." And that's pretty much what's going on. This fun fact: this mashing sequence from the death of Ness's nightmare to the end of the mashing is actually 3 minutes if you mash. I wouldn't say well, but like if you have decent mashing, it's about 3 minutes of mashing. So my hands are like spaghetti right now. A photosensitivity warning for those who are sensitive to lights and whatnot. This sequence, there's a sequence coming up with the drilling of the kids, and then just the pretty much after the final or during the final battle or the last 2 turns. So if you are sensitive to flashing lights, a lot of different color changes and whatnot, please avert your eyes. Fortunately, I'm playing on original hardware, so it doesn't have the suppression on and everything. Oh, so now we got Pooh in the party. He joins us from this sequence. So we literally just got all the kids in the game without even batting an eye. It's amazing. So now, if I were doing Manip here, through Meteorite, I'd still be on Manip, so that's actually incredible. And that's kind of RNG whether that happens or not. It's really weird. So, that's really, really cool. But I'm going to drop Manip on purpose here in order to be safe, because we don't want to die here. That's a very bad thing. So I'm going to donate another $5 to charity voluntarily, because I am dropping Manip. That's 15 right now. And we're just going to walk out of Saturn Valley here. I needed to burp again because drinking stuff and intaking air is pretty bad. Alright, so what I need to do now is I need to get rid of the teddy bear. That's going to be kind of dead weight there. And then I'm going to do a quick save. It's going to be super, super important here. I'm going to go into this jack. Save. Oh, no problem here. Let's talk to Dad. Hello, Dad. You're a phone. I know, son, but I need to save your game. I don't know why I came up with that dialogue. That was kind of weird. That's okay though, because now we saved our game, and I'm gonna teleport Alpha to Onet. See if I can get this. Legendary. So you're gonna see a lot of swag here. I'm not gonna lie. I do a lot of teleport alphas that are pretty crazy, and I probably end up trying to teleport Alpha off the top of the hill. Oh lordy, hello. Oh my. This is amazing. Alright, I might be able to get through this. There's a lot of enemies here. I think someone turned on the piracy stuff. This is not cool. Who hacked my cart? This is rude. Anyways, we're through there. We're through that mess. Some of these spawn plates are pretty crazy, but we got through. And I'm just gonna walk through some of this area, trying to avoid as many enemies as possible. These enemies will pretty much one-shot me. Careful. And I wanted to wait for them to move over, so that way I had a little bit more room to get through here. That's perfectly normal. Gonna kind of move back a little bit just to be safe. Despawn these guys in order to kind of get a little bit of a push on this hill. What are these spawns? Hello? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? And that was weird. I've never seen that before. But we got the meteorite. And I'm not going to teleport off. I'm going to teleport. I haven't done this in a while. That's alright. Come on, we got this. Give it another try. Ah, that's fine. I'll do a beta. Fine. Boring. Boring beta, they call it. I tried. I haven't done this. I haven't done the alpha in a while. That's okay. Alright, so we're going to talk to Dr. Endonuts and give him this meteorite to repair this phase distortion. It's actually really freaking crazy. And we're gonna slumber because I need sleep. We didn't get enough sleep earlier at the beginning of the game, so we're just gonna you know, take a nap. We're gonna talk to Dr. Endonuts twice in order to make sure that we're ready to go to the end game where we cannot return from. Actually, pretty monka. In the process of this, do we have any more words? Say wiki.
Of course, we have another $5 from PSI Bouncer saying, "Happy birthday, stay hydrated, dog."
Hey, stay hydrated.
And maybe for people who just tuned in, DoctorSwellman is gonna donate $5 for each manip he dropped. We're currently at 3 manips that you dropped, I believe.
Yep.
So we're at $15. I said that I would match that. I believe one person in chat also said they're gonna match that, and feel free to match that as well. We're currently at $15, so it's fine.
Not bad. It's easy to get into the pool. But yeah, every time I drop manipulation, whether it be on purpose or on accident or whatever, you know, I'm just contributing $5 each to the charity. So we are at 15 right now. I'm not currently on manip. I actually dropped that earlier before meteorite. So now we're in the last part of the game, and we're gonna time travel and transform brains into robots. This is another photosensitive scene that those of you who are sensitive to those flashing lights and everything, they probably need to avert those eyes and what. Sounds like Ness is going to the dentist, and I think that's every kid's nightmare, to be honest. But what a wild ride this is. This run is amazing and it's action packed. Or at least this category is filled with so much craziness, manipulation, precision, all that stuff. It's just really cool. And honestly, it's awesome that it's gotten to ESA. So everybody take a swig of water to getting EarthBound to ESA and raising money for charity. Toasty. So what I mentioned earlier about my cart kind of being messed up, it tends to do this weird thing because it's kind of degrading. I've tried cleaning it and everything, and it just kind of doesn't work. Whenever it transitions to, it's kind of weird. Like whenever it transitions to certain scenes or whatever, the cutscene or whatever, it tends to be a little bit weird, and you'll see that here in a minute. Don't say that I don't warn you. Or I didn't warn you. Whoa! Yeah, hack the game again. It's easy. You just press the buttons and then bloobity bobbity dibbity. It works. Oh wait, no, it's bibbity bobbity boo. If I L 5 times there, I'm going to AB. Back on manipulation, once again. AB times 4 here. I'm going to do another AB right about here. And then I'm going to do an AA right about here. I'm going to do an AFA and then an L. Another AFA right here. And I'm going to do AB times 2 after I hit the wall. No problems here. Just no spawns happening. Cross up there. Come over. Hopefully this works. If not, then that's okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over to Paula's Goods. Use the bread roll. A down, down, B. I'm going to get into this fight with this guy. Guess who this is? This is the Bionic Kraken. I'm gonna do AB defend, and then spy with Jeff. Jeff is going to use his magic spy powers. I mean Dio, my bad. Dio is going to use his magic spy powers to get a Gutsy Bat off of that Bionic Kraken. Amazing. I'm gonna go to Dio, and then I'm gonna give the Gutsy Bat to our main character there, and I'm going to do some inputs there, and I'm going to go into Cave of the Past. Or not, no, not Cave of the Past. The final area where I literally have to walk on tightropes. That's pretty much what's happening. There are RNG3 triggers everywhere in here, and so I have to be very careful in what I'm doing. So I'm walking very precisely in order to make this work. And then I did 3 L's and an AB there. And so now we're at the final boss. We're like 40 minutes in and we're at the final boss. This is nutty. This is absolutely nutty. So now all of our items and all of our manipulation comes together at the climax of our speedrun, where Ness takes on the evil Sans Undertale. I mean, Gygas, I'm bad at this. I mean, Gigagas. But wait, there's Pokey, and he talks about the Apple of Enlightenment, which I have no idea what that is because I've never seen that in a speedrun. But I'm going to do a whole bunch of inputs. It's going to be pretty crazy. I'm going to do a lot of smashes. Watch this. So, Gygas is going to do some nice damages to a couple characters here. I need to stop mashing here. That's very important. And stop mashing again. Now, Ness is going to smash for like 385 damage. Everybody falls asleep except Ness here. AB times 1, B times 4. Goods, Gutsy Bat. AB times 3, B times 1. PSI, and then Paralysis. AB times 1. And I attack him. And I just attack him again. Another one. B times 4, PSI, freeze beta, and then literally before the cool music starts, Pokey is utterly defeated, and we go on to phase 2 of Gygas. Now phase 2 is only 5 turns long. We do quite a few smashes and everything, and it's pretty fast, so don't blink or you'll miss it. But we're just smashing through this and everything. Paula's gonna wake up, or Jay, Jeff, whatever her name is. This one's a little bit more precise. There we go. I'm not saying these inputs because I don't want to mess these up. This one's the scariest one. Alright, so 5 turns there. I did an AB times 3, B times 1 bash on the first turn. I did a B bash on the second turn. AB times 2, B times 2 bash, and then poof rose, and then so on and so forth. I'm not going to explain it all because I'm actually just late. And we're going on to phase 3. And so now what I need you to do, everybody, even though I can't see it, I want you all to start praying. Give me one bless. Give me one bless. I need your all's energy. This is the cutscene I was talking about, by the way. Where, if I didn't go to Lost Underworld when I did, this cutscene wouldn't happen, and the game would literally soft lock. It'd just be like, oh. So this is pretty much straightforward. There's a couple variances later on, which we'll see here close to the end of the fight. But Again, kind of photosensitivity warning incoming. All right, that's prayer number 2. Bless up. But yeah, photosensitivity warning coming in on turns 8 and 9. That's later on after the parent, like the prayer that summons the parents. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and also a bitrate warning, where the compression gets all a little bit wonky and everything like that. So all that it gets really weird. So you're gonna see all my face all pixelated and distorted and everything, and we're gonna have to say goodbye, Doc. It's so sad. AB times 3, defend, pray, defend. And now, Gygus is literally going to annihilate our entire party with one epic attack swoop. But wait! Jeff survives! This is amazing! How cool! Through the power of the blesses, it works. And she pushes through. That's number 3, by the way. Prayer 3. Let me get those blesses. Let me get those blesses. And hydrates as well, if you got the hydrate. Do it. Alright, this is turn 4. This is going to be B times 1 and then pray. I'm so sad. I don't know what he's talking about, but hey, that's prayer number 4. Turn 4. Wiki, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you right now to see this run finish?
Oh, I'm super hyped.
Awesome. I'm excited. I'm glad you're having a good time, and I'm glad everybody's having a good time, or at least I hope so. Just continuing on with the prayers here. That was prayer number 4, and this one's about to be prayer number 5. This is going to be a weird input. We're going to do right, up. And the reason we do up is because whenever we do an input that way, it doesn't move the cursor. So like that. The right up. And that's prayer number 5. Just 4 more to go. This next one's going to be AB times 1 and then B times 1 to the pray. And after this next one, there's going to be a set of variances that I need to be looking for. There's going to be 4 different numbers after the Frank prayer. And the Frank prayer, I need to be mashing as fast as possible, because if not, the NPCs in the Frank cutscene are actually not scripted, believe it or not. So I have to mash, and not hope. As long as I mash well, I'll be fine. ABB, that's number 6, and this is the Frank cutscene coming up here. I have to make sure I mash through it. The NPC movements are not scripted. So 777 is right up pray. Any other number is probably pray. 641, 826, and 940 are what are listed. But that NPC, or those 2 NPCs there on the left side, are the ones that are influencing the stuff right now. Let's see what we got. I'm thinking 940. 777. Right up pray. This is actually good. So that was number 7. And now I need to be looking at damage rolls after this prayer. This is super important. But let me see. Let me get some more blesses and everything. We're gonna finish this strong. And thank you all for hydrating with me tonight. I have a trash can right next, so I'm just like a little bit of ginseng there just to get me going. Ba-da-dum. Boom. And this is the photosensitivity warning I was talking about, so please avert your eyes. This is 1937, so this is AB times 3. And this should be AB times 1. And time is coming up once the last prayer starts. As soon as Paula starts her last prayer, which is time. Holy baloney. What a run. That is amazing. Oh, wow. So, let's talk about the estimate and why it was so high and everything. If I dropped any of the manip in this run, which is very, very precise and like, oh my goodness, it's pretty crazy. It would have lost me a lot of time. So I'm thankful that that I was able just to do it. This is amazing. But sub 50 in a marathon is... Ooh, lads. That is awesome. And now that we have destroyed the evil Gigagas and we have saved everybody's credit card information, we are able to just let Pokey go off on his way and do the thing. And so now, that's pretty much it for that. But the thing is like if I would have dropped any of the manip more than I had, which was pretty much mostly deliberate, this would have brought my time way up. I would have lost 10 minutes, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you know, different places. So the fact that we got it through and executed and everything, like, just fine is... Wow. And now, our bitrate is gone. It's over.
I mean, it looks fine, right? It's perfectly normal.
Yeah, perfectly normal. No big deal. And so now, everybody's probably wondering what's going on with the kids. They're just well, they're dead. But it's okay, because the souls of the kids are going to return to their bodies via some magic, because Ness is a legendary PSI user and epic speedrunner. Yo, shouts to speedrunner Ness. But yeah, I guess I can make my closing comments. I don't know how this works. I've never done this before.
Well, you can, yeah. I can read out 2 donations.
Sure.
While you think about what you want to say.
Yeah, let's read out some donations. Let's get that out there.
So we have $20 from Miranda saying, I can't not donate when the streamer's being so generous. Thank you so much for hosting this event. And we have $25 from PSI Bouncer once again, saying, supporting DoctorSwellman's incredible run, representing the best RPG ever made, EarthBound and its incredible speedrunning community. GG, dog.
But yeah, I guess final closing thoughts here before we take it to intermission whenever they get around to that. I'd like to thank the EarthBound speedrunning community. Without any of them, this run wouldn't be what it is today. You know, everybody who's contributed to this run: Classic James, Hannibal Graham, Andy Perfect, Daniel RGT, so many names that I can't even, all amazing runners, and the community is same thing with speedrun.com/earthbound, where our leaderboards are housed and all the information is housed for these runs. So you at home could do a run like this, just like this, what I did here, by just taking up the notes and just watching some VODs and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm happy that everything went so well, and I'm glad that everybody played the run, or at least I hope so. And I think that's about it from me.
Yeah, I want to say I sure did enjoy that, and considering this is so heavily RNG related, yeah, this was an amazing run. Not only...
Thank you.
I think not only for you, but also, at least for me to see, and it was very impressive, I would say. So the last final words from me, because I'm heading off as well. I'm gonna take it over to Zonaris, and Zonaris is gonna be the host for the next couple of games. But yeah, Doctor, thanks for showcasing this. I had a great time, and I think we need to get some donations ready, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I am going to do that right now, actually.
Speaking of that, we have one more donation actually.
Let's hear it.
Just came in. It's $15 from Arawan saying happy birthday, Doc, and this is probably to match the dropped RNG manips.
Absolutely.
So if you want to match it too, it's $15. If you think that's a little bit too much, can people donate half, like $7.50 as well?
Okay, do as you will.
To give them that free pass.
Okay, if you
I'm
can't
gonna match up the 15 at least.
Hey, let's do it.
All right, and then we're gonna take it over to intermission, and we see you back in a couple of minutes.